Hey everyone! We've all been there, right? Those awkward teenage years, trying to fit in, figure out who you are. Today's story is about a young woman named Sarah. Sarah was your typical high school student. Think glasses, braces, the whole shebang. She was smart, a total bookworm. But she was painfully shy, always blended into the background. High school can be tough, especially for someone like Sarah. She just wanted to disappear sometimes. Deep down, Sarah knew she had potential. She had dreams, aspirations. But something was holding her back. Self-doubt crept in, whispering insidious thoughts. Was she good enough? Would she ever break free from this shell? Sarah retreated further into herself. The hallway buzzed with activity. Students rushed to their lockers, eager for the freedom of the last bell. Sarah, however, dreaded this part of the day. It felt like all eyes were on her, judging her every move. As she fumbled with her lock, a group of girls approached. They were the epitome of high school royalty, beautiful, popular, and seemingly untouchable. Their leader, Jessica, smirked as she caught Sarah's eye. Well, if it isn't the little bookworm, she sneered. Laughter erupted from the group. Sarah's cheeks burned with shame. Her heart pounded in her chest. She just wanted to disappear. Jessica snatched the book from Sarah's grasp. Finally, Jessica tossed the book on the floor, leaving Sarah utterly humiliated. Lunchtime offered no escape from the social minefield of high school. The cafeteria buzzed with conversation, laughter, and the clatter of trays. Yet Sarah felt utterly alone. She found a table in the corner, hoping to disappear into her book. She watched as other students moved effortlessly between tables, their social circles clearly defined. They seemed to speak a language she didn't understand, a language of confidence, popularity, and belonging. A pang of envy shot through her. Just as she lost herself in the pages of her book, a shadow loomed over her. It was Jessica and her entourage. Sarah knew better than to refuse. Even the library, Sarah's sanctuary, offered little solace these days. She loved the smell of old books, the hushed whispers, the sense of peace. But lately, even this haven felt tainted. Jessica and her friends had discovered her hiding place. They would slink in, their eyes searching for her. Their whispers, though meant to be quiet, seemed to echo through the stacks. They would giggle and point, making Sarah feel like a specimen under a microscope. She started avoiding her favorite spots, her anxiety growing with each passing day. One afternoon, Sarah sat huddled in a corner, desperately trying to focus on her history textbook. The words swam before her eyes. She couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. She was trapped with nowhere to hide. One night, scrolling through endless videos, a thumbnail stopped Sarah's thumb. It featured a woman with piercing eyes and an air of quiet confidence. The title promised, "Unlock Your Inner Alpha, Mastering Dark Psychology." Intrigued, Sarah clicked. The video plunged into the depths of human behavior, explaining tactics of manipulation and persuasion. It talked about body language, micro-expressions, and the art of influence. Sarah, initially hesitant, found herself captivated. Could this be the secret weapon she'd been missing? Night after night, Sarah fell deeper into the rabbit hole. The algorithm, sensing her interest, offered up a buffet of similar content. Videos on self-improvement, stoicism, and the power of indifference flooded her feed. She devoured them all, her mind buzzing with new information. It was about mastering herself. The more she learned, the more Sarah began to see the world through a different lens. High school, once an intimidating jungle, now seemed like a chessboard. She observed her classmates, dissecting their interactions, spotting weaknesses and insecurities she'd never noticed before. A dangerous thought began to take root in her mind. What if she could use these tactics, not to manipulate, but to protect herself? She started small, standing tall in the hallway, meeting gazes instead of averting her eyes. Speaking with a measured confidence, her voice no longer trembling. The changes were subtle, but they sent ripples through her social landscape. People reacted differently, surprised by this newfound assertiveness. The power dynamic for the first time felt like it was shifting. The changes weren't limited to Sarah's behavior. Inspired by the fitness influencers she now followed, she started working out. At first, the gym intimidated her, filled with toned bodies and clanging weights, but she pushed through the discomfort, her determination fueled by a desire for change. She started with small goals, gradually increasing the intensity and duration of her workouts. Sweat became a badge of honor, each drop a testament to her dedication. Her body, once soft and undefined, began to transform. Muscles emerged, her posture improved, and a newfound strength radiated from within. The physical changes were only a reflection of the deeper transformation taking place. With each workout, Sarah chipped away at her insecurities, replacing them with self-assurance. The videos had emphasized the importance of mental fortitude, so Sarah delved into meditation, practicing mindfulness techniques to silence the negative self-talk that had plagued her for years. She learned to observe her thoughts without judgment, to detach from the opinions of others. This inner work was the most challenging, but also the most rewarding. As she cultivated inner peace, she found herself less affected by external negativity. The snide remarks, the judgmental stares, they no longer held the same power over her. She had built a fortress within, impenetrable to the slings and arrows of high school drama. Something was different about Sarah. It wasn't a dramatic makeover, no sudden shift in style or personality. The change was subtler, more profound. It was in the way she carried herself, a newfound confidence that radiated from within. Gone was the nervous fidgeting, the downcast eyes that sought to avoid contact. Sarah now met every gaze head-on, her eyes clear and steady. Her shoulders, once slumped with the weight of insecurity, now held a relaxed strength. She moved with purpose, her steps no longer hesitant or uncertain. The change was noticed, even by those who couldn't quite place their finger on what was different. Whispers followed her in the hallways. "Have you seen Sarah lately? There's something about her." Even Jessica and her posse seemed to be watching her, a flicker of unease in their eyes. This newfound confidence wasn't about arrogance or aggression. It was a quiet strength, a sense of self-possession that commanded respect without demanding it. Sarah no longer felt the need to prove herself, to fight for a place at a table where she wasn't welcome. She spoke less, but when she did, her words carried weight. She listened more, truly hearing what others had to say, and her responses were thoughtful and insightful. People were drawn to her, sensing her genuineness, her lack of pretense. In class, she no longer hesitated to raise her hand. Her contributions now met with genuine interest rather than dismissive glances. Teachers, who once saw her as a quiet wallflower, now recognized her sharp mind and insightful observations. The videos Sarah had devoured had emphasized the power of controlling one's own narrative. She realized she had spent years letting others define her, letting their judgments and perceptions shape her self-image. No more. She began to actively challenge the labels that had been thrust upon her. When Jessica tried to dismiss her with a sarcastic comment, Sarah didn't flinch. She met her gaze with a steady smile and a witty retort that surprised both Jessica and those within earshot. She embraced her intelligence, no longer afraid to be seen as the smart girl. She joined the debate team, her sharp wit and logical reasoning skills making her a formidable opponent. Sarah was writing her own story now, one where she was the protagonist, not the victim. The more comfortable Sarah became in her own skin, the less she sought validation from the popular crowd. Their approval, once the holy grail, now seemed insignificant. She had found her tribe, not in the cliques and hierarchies of high school, but in the shared passions of those who valued authenticity and intellectual curiosity. She gravitated towards the art kids, the writers, the deep thinkers who spent their lunch breaks discussing philosophy and literature instead of gossiping about the latest drama. She found kinship with the athletes who understood the value of dedication, discipline, and pushing beyond one's comfort zone. Sarah's table in the cafeteria was no longer defined by social status, but by a shared love of learning, a thirst for knowledge, and a genuine appreciation for each other's unique talents and perspectives. They were a motley crew, united by their individuality and their refusal to conform to the expectations of others. Jessica and her posse, once the arbiters of cool, now seemed like relics of a bygone era. The dark psychology videos had spoken of the Sigma female, the lone wolf who walked her own path, beholden to no one. While Sarah appreciated the sentiment, she realized that true strength wasn't about isolation. It was about surrounding oneself with people who lifted you higher, who celebrated your victories and offered support during setbacks. She had found her pack, not in the conformity of a clique, but in the genuine connections she had forged with individuals who appreciated her for who she truly was. They challenged her, inspired her, and reminded her that she was not alone in her journey. Sarah had come a long way from the shy, insecure girl who had once dreaded the hallways of high school. High school, a melting pot of anxieties, insecurities, fleeting trends, yet Sarah moved through it all with a newfound grace. It wasn't just her toned physique or her confident stride, it was her gaze. Direct, unwavering, it held a depth that commanded respect. Remember Jessica, the queen bee who once relished in Sarah's discomfort? Their paths crossed in the hallway one day. Jessica, surrounded by her usual entourage, attempted a condescending smirk. But Sarah met her gaze head-on, a flicker of amusement in her eyes. The smirk faltered, replaced by a flicker of uncertainty. The power dynamic had shifted. Words spread like wildfire. "Have you seen Sarah? She's different." The whispers, once tinged with pity, now held a note of awe. There was an aura about her, an unspoken confidence that drew attention without seeking it. Prom night, the culmination of high school dreams. Sarah felt a sense of calm. She had long shed the need for external validation. Tonight was about celebrating with her friends. As she entered, heads turned. She radiated an inner strength, a magnetic confidence. The whispers started, but Sarah didn't shy away. She owned the attention, her smile a silent acknowledgement of her power. Even Jessica couldn't help but steal glances. The envy in her eyes was palpable. This wasn't the awkward girl she once tormented. This was a queen who embraced her authentic self. The night unfolded like a dream. Sarah danced with abandon, her laughter echoing. She spoke to everyone with genuine warmth. The crown held no appeal for her. She had already won self-acceptance. Graduation day, a bittersweet symphony of endings and beginnings. As Sarah walked across the stage, diploma in hand, she felt a surge of pride. High school, once a battleground, had become her training ground. She had emerged stronger, wiser, a force to be reckoned with. The world stretched before her, full of possibilities. College, travel, a career that ignited her passions. The path was hers to forge. She carried the lessons learned not just from textbooks, but from her own transformation. The power of self-belief, the importance of authenticity. She no longer sought to control others. Her power was in her presence, her ability to inspire and uplift. People were drawn to her quiet confidence, her genuine warmth. She had become a magnet for those on a journey of self-discovery. The shy girl had stepped into the light. She had embraced the Sigma within, as a testament to self-love and resilience. And as she looked out at the sea of faces, she knew this was just the beginning. Sarah's story isn't a fairy tale. It's a testament to the power we all possess. The power to redefine ourselves, to rewrite our narratives, to rise above the challenges life throws our way. It's about embracing the Sigma within, that independent, resilient spirit that refuses to be defined by external forces. Remember those awkward teenage years, the insecurities, the self-doubt? We've all been there. But imagine harnessing those experiences, using them as fuel for growth. That's the Sigma way. It's not about seeking approval or conforming to societal norms. It's about defining success on your own terms, marching to the beat of your own drum. It's about building a fortress of confidence from within, one that can withstand the storms of negativity and self-doubt. And it's about recognizing that true strength lies not in isolation, but in building meaningful connections with those who lift us higher. So, are you ready to unlock your own Sigma potential? To transform your life from the inside out? It's a journey, not a destination. And it requires courage, dedication, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Start small. Embrace self-improvement. Explore the depths of your own mind. Challenge limiting beliefs. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who see your potential even when you doubt yourself. Remember, you are not alone. There's a whole pack out there, individuals on their own journeys of self-discovery and empowerment. Connect, share, grow together, and never, ever underestimate the power you hold within. Now, before you go, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because this is just the beginning. More inspiring stories, more empowering tips coming your way soon. See you in the next video.